Welcome back to another episode of Askewed Reviews Food Reviews. And today I'm talking all about Wendy's Fuego meal. So, this meal is actually a partnership between Wendy's and Takis. And in the meal, you get a sandwich, fries, chips, and of course, a drink of your choice. So, the first thing I should definitely go over is what are Takis? If you don't know, this is a brand that primarily makes chips, more specifically, rolled and fried tortillas that are then covered in spices or different flavoring. Now, specifically, the bag of Takis that you get with this meal is called Fuego, also known as their spicy chili lime. I actually haven't had much experience with Takis. The chili lime is actually the only type I've ever tried before. But I do like them, and I'm going to give them a 3 out of 5. You can absolutely eat these as a side dish, but I actually recommend adding them to your sandwich. And speaking of the sandwich, that is the next thing I'm going to be talking about, the Takis Fuego chicken sandwich. The ingredients for this one are, as Wendy's calls it, their iconic spicy chicken filet, chopped Takis Fuego chips, creamy corn spread, cheddar cheese sauce, and chili lime sauce. All of these flavors, at least in my opinion, do mesh well together. However, though, if you're going into this wanting to get a very spicy sandwich, it's not as spicy as I wanted it to be. Obviously, the chili lime sauce is supposed to be hot. I don't know if the corn spread is, but I think the cheddar cheese sauce is the thing that's actually bringing down the spice. And that's also the reason why I do think you should put the extra Takis on the sandwich to bring back the spice. Because the ones that are already on there kind of become mush because of the sauces and just aren't as spicy. So it's not a bad sandwich, but at least for me, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. The last item I'm going over are the Fuego fries. This was my favorite part of this meal. It's just the regular Wendy's fries, but they are dusted with the chili lime powder. And for some reason, it blends so well together and is very tasty. It is also really good on keeping up that spice. I could only eat a couple in a row, and then I'd have to take a little break and then come back to them. So for me on my scale, I'm giving these fries a 4 out of 5. Also, a small, just random thing to mention, as shown in the picture here, the bag that the fries come in can actually be ripped so it's a bit smaller and easier to access the fries. So altogether, here are my scores for each of the items. Obviously, I didn't do one for the drink because there was no specific Fuego drink, but if I was to give a score for the entire meal together, I'm going to go 3 out of 5. If you're interested in a spicy meal, definitely check this one out. If you've already had it before, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Also, do you agree or disagree with the scores that I gave the items? I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews Food Reviews. And if there's any other foods out there, whether it's fast food, whether it's at a store, or whether it's something ridiculous that I have to try hard to find, if you want to see me either eat it or talk about it, let me know in the comments.